Hi everybody, Matt Buto here from North Country Game Day. Soon you'll be watching live Gladiator Football on YouTube, where the Fryeburg Raiders travel to town to take on the Gladiators in a 10 a.m. start, with a quick interview with past president, current vice president, past coach, and really all the above for Gladiators Football. Gig McDonough will be joining me for a few minutes to talk about the program, to talk about some of the history, and how he's hoping to play a role in what Gary Richard has recently taken over as president. So stay tuned. Got an interview. We got football. We have Gladiators. Let's do it. We'll try to do it.
No, that's fine.
All right, you ready?
Sure.
Hi everybody, Matt Buto here from North Country Game Day. Saturday, today's football. Gladiators against Fryeburg Raiders. I have with me past president, past coach, current vice president, Gig McDonough. Gig, welcome.
Hey, going on? Good day for first home game here, Memorial Field.
Tell us a little bit. You've done this several times over the years. Home games, Gladiators football. It's a lot of fun, a lot of energy. Tell us about how this game and how the fans are here in Berlin.
Let's start off when the Gladiators first started back in 2012, when Jesse Arsenal was just getting out of the military and wanted to bring football back to North Country. We started off down at the Eagles Field. It was our home field.
That's right, huh?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. It was a lot of twisted ankles.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A lot of twisted ankles. We moved down there, and then we finally got Memorial Field, thanks to the city allowing us to play football on Memorial Field. That's when we had our old stainless steel, I'm trying to figure out what it was called, field goal post that we used to have to put together.
Oh, you were telling me that earlier, yeah.
It took some time to put those together. And, you know, a couple of years after that, I want to say around 2014 is where me, Paul Blair, and I forget who else, I want to make sure I get the right names here, one of the rec leaders who worked with me to get these field goal posts up here on Memorial Field.
The ones they currently have now?
Yeah, and they were donated by Cross Machine. But when we first started, we had the field goal post. They used to sit down at the up at Edmonds Farm.
Yeah. Over in is it Dummer, Milan?
Milan, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then we brought them down to the high school. They sat down there, and then, you know, finally we got them up back in 2014. And ever since then, one of the key things was always keeping football here. It's for the kids. It builds strength. It builds discipline. There's a lot of things that it does for these kids, and they grow into loving it. I'm floored. I'm wicked floored because, you know, my son Owen, which was the last one, last year was his last year.
Quarterback, right?
Quarterback, receiver. I never paid much attention, but when we were watching him play, we called him our little Danny Edelman.
Yeah,
that's what we called him.
True,
he threw out some magic. Anyhow, he started up the Junior Gladiators last year, which I was surprised. I had nothing to do with it. At that time, the Gladiators organization realistically had nothing to do with it. That was him and DJ Johnson out of the rec. And Owen found some good people that came along. Gary Richards, Tim, Coach Tim.
Gary Lamontagne.
Yeah, there was a couple of people that, you know, he got in.
Oh, okay, that was last year?
Yeah, because, you know, at the time when he started the Junior Gladiators, he was 17.
Yes.
17 years old. So that opened everything back up, because last year was almost my final year. And I always said when I kind of step back, I'll just sit there and assist everybody going. But anyways, Gary has done an amazing job pulling all these. I mean, I wish we don't got a camera to stand out, but, you know, Matt could tell you there's a lot of people here, a lot of volunteers here. And it's unbelievable. 10 o'clock in the morning, they get an unbelievable concession stand going on right now, and I love it. But yeah, I mean, I love football. Football needs to stay in the North Country. It's great having Matt do a sports program, not just for the Gladiators, for all other sports. I thought that was awesome. Great coverage is what we need up here in the North Country, and what Matt's doing for us, I think, is great.
You know, I've said this a few times on some of the videos I've done. Football's alive and well in Berlin.
Yep.
Because of people like you,
Yep.
because of people like Gary, and I have a son that plays on this team. And they're
Yep.
talking about responsibility, accountability, perseverance, being part of a team. Those are life lessons that they learn on this field that they can take into their life, which is really important as a parent.
I thought it was, for years there was a lot of kids that I watched come and go in the program. And every single one of them, I'm so proud of them in their career that they're in now, law enforcement, military, where they're working. Every kid done well. Every kid done well that stayed in this program. They didn't go down the bad road. And it's unbelievable just watching him and seeing, where it went. I mean, too bad that we're not in the high school program to get these kids, like scholarships for football or something like that. I keep on, and he might do it. I mean, we're always going to school. He's going to New England College, where they just started up football again. After so many, I think it was 50 years, they said, New England College.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I was like, so I didn't realize it. So Owen's been kind of becoming friends with friends and introducing himself to the coaches and stuff. And hopefully next year he could be playing for New England College. We'll see. We'll see what goes on that part. But again, I don't mind being down here, seeing all these young kids. This is the 7th and 8th graders playing today, which is the Fryeburg Raiders.
The Raiders are in town today.
Which is awesome. I think it's awesome.
Hey, you mentioned high school, and there's always been talk about feeder programs.
Yep. And it's unbelievable just watching him and seeing, where it went. I mean, too bad that we're not in the high school program to get these kids, like scholarships for football or something like that. I keep on, and he might do it. I mean, we're always going to school. He's going to New England College, where they just started up football again. After so many, I think it was 50 years, they said, New England College.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I was like, so I didn't realize it. So Owen's been kind of becoming friends with friends and introducing himself to the coaches and stuff. And hopefully next year he could be playing for New England College. We'll see. We'll see what goes on that part. But again, I don't mind being down here, seeing all these young kids. This is the 7th and 8th graders playing today, which is the Fryeburg
Raiders. The Raiders are in town today.
Which is awesome. I think it's awesome.
Hey, you mentioned high school, and there's always been talk about feeder programs to support. Now we have them.
Yep.
Now we just don't have the high school level. We have this middle school level. We also have an elementary school level. Talk a little bit about that feeder program component.
The feeder program definitely helps. It's funny. I was going through some stuff. The feeder program you need to grow the roster bigger. Back in 2017, where we had our big championship, one of our championships,
Right.
we had the younger kids that fed into that program there. And it was 32 players on the high school level roster.
Really?
That was good from when we originally started in
No
2012, that it just kept on growing.
Yeah.
So this here, what Gary's doing and everybody else is doing, is the rebirth of the Gladiators. They might not have the numbers on the high school level right now, or the 7th and 8th graders, or the junior Gladiators, but I guarantee you, next year, the year after, there's going to be a lot of numbers. In order to get it, the school's always said, in order to get it in the school system, you definitely have to keep the feeder program going. Then they take it from there. I mean, there's a lot of parents that would love to see it in the school program.
Yeah, I mean, every player that we have on this team is asked about, what about high school? What about high school? Now there's high school level, but they want to play for their school.
Yeah.
And you guys have been working hard, 14, 15 years now? 10, 12?
2012, 13 years.
13 years to put this program together. You take a step back, still helping. Gary's here now trying to feed the program, trying to field the team. 3 levels. We're pretty darn close to having those feeder programs that we need.
It's a lot of work. It's definitely a lot of work, and it takes great volunteers. And right now, what started is Gary getting the younger parents involved, volunteers younger. It's keeping the younger, not, anybody come down and volunteer. It's great. It's great football. Gary having the 7th, 8th graders here, sitting here, I believe this team here is a rec team throughout the Gladiators.
Yeah.
We always, another thing is too, is a lot of these kids carry the Gladiator pride. There wasn't a day, and I'm sure anybody up there at the high school could vouch for this, any of the employees up there, that a Gladiator wasn't showing their colors up there. They went just like anybody else on Fridays, wore their game jerseys on Fridays, and I think it's good.
Yeah,
I mean, football's always been a tradition. I don't know if anybody's out there watches the news on Saturday morning from what happened from Friday night football.
Friday night lights.
Friday night lights. I mean, that was another thing too. You did that up at the football Gato Field.
Yeah.
Under the lights, that was awesome. That was wicked
really
awesome.
cool.
I mean, maybe it's something Gladiators could do, is get lights down here and play a night game down here sometime.
Well, one thing, and I'm sure you've experienced this over time, is the community is very receptive to football.
Oh, yeah.
They're very receptive to sports in general, but they're very receptive to football. What they did over at Gato Field was part of the community.
Yep.
And I see all those banners down over there, all those sponsors. I am sure that getting together as a community, getting some of those sponsors on board, we could get the same thing over here.
Yep.
What I would like to see is football over at that field.
All right, we did.
I don't know about you. What your thoughts on that?
Well, we did. We played one year there. I forget what year it was that we played there. It was before we had the uprights up, so it had to have been 2013, 2014. But I think it would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why the school couldn't share that field. It's a great field. That field cannot be damaged. I mean, football does not damage these fields any worse than soccer does.
Good point.
And I could guarantee that. I mean, we taught our players respect.
Yeah.
We teach them before. It's not just all about coming to practice, coming to play tackle football, beat up one another. It's the discipline and the respect. I've always said, and I carry it on, the tradition carrying on is, hey, we come on these fields. I don't care if the mess was here already before us. Let's clean it up. Let's clean it up. And, hopefully that just keeps continuing.
So today we have the Raiders in town. We're trying to stream the game for the first time. I'm a big supporter of what you guys have going on here. I got to get back to work. But, Gig, thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Again, current vice president, founder more or less, a big part of what we have here for football. Football is alive and well in Berlin thanks to people like Gig. We'll see you soon.
Go Gladiators.
Hi everyone. As you can see, we have live football at Memorial Field where the Berlin Gladiators are taking on the Fryeburg Raiders. As we continue to provide Gladiator coverage, you'll also find that this is a learning experience for me as well. There's no volume to this video, but you'll see all of your live action. You'll see all of the plays, all the excitement that can come with a football game. This is the Gladiators' second game, playing against a very skilled Raiders team, which I believe is a private high school team, who have been playing several years together, know each other, know the plays, and everything that comes with football. The one thing that impresses me most about this team as you watch the video, this team meaning the Gladiators, is on every snap, on every play, they're attentive, they're ready to try, and they're listening to their coaches and everything that they're attempting to do during practices. Speaking of coaches, you have Gary Richard, the head coach, on the sideline, supported by Gary Lamontagne and Austin Heath. Austin Heath is a newcomer to the Gladiators Football Association, but definitely not a newcomer to football in general. I don't have his full bio, but I do know that he is coming to us from, I believe, Maine as an assistant coach, and also doing some work with videos. I've talked with several of the players. He's certainly a welcomed person on the team. I know my son in particular has been working closely with him on defense. So yet again, we have another person from the Berlin area stepping up to help the program, to help this team, and to make, even if there are small improvements as time goes on. So for me on my end, I'm not coaching and I'm not on the field, but I am following the Gladiators Football Association very closely, working closely with Coach Richard, and Coach Lamontagne, and Coach Heath, trying to provide this coverage for parents and caregivers and families to see or to listen to as their football player continues to grow. My hope is to continue to provide the coverage, hopefully with some play-by-play, some editing, production, all those things. Brand new for me, but having some fun with it so far. So, North Country Game Day. Any of this you can find on North Country Game Day on YouTube. Hoping to put some on North Country Game Day on Facebook. What I would ask the viewer is to, if you could go to Facebook and give me a like or a follow. If you could go onto the YouTube channel and give me a subscribe, that'd be great. I believe we're at 70 subscribers right now and about 93 or 94 likes or follows on Facebook. That's important for me so I can provide Facebook Live. I need 100 followers, so please consider doing that. But in the meantime, sit back, relax, enjoy Gladiators football here in Berlin at Memorial Field, where the Berlin Gladiators will take on the Fryeburg Raiders in awesome Saturday football. Hi everybody, just wanted to check back in on the game. Again, you're watching live coverage from our YouTube channel, North Country Game Day. The Fryeburg Raiders are in town taking on the Berlin Gladiators, hoping to be somewhat of an exciting game, or at least a learning experience. As I had mentioned earlier in the video, there's no play-by-play yet, only because I was trying to run 3 cameras and cheer on my son and all those fun things. But I did want to check in and share a few things for you guys and give a couple of shout outs. As I said, the Raiders are in town today after last week the Fryeburg Raiders played Tri-Town with a 46-6 win. As I said earlier in the game, it's a very powerful Fryeburg team, private high school team, I believe. So they came to play. They have the numbers, they have the skill and experience, but like always, Berlin will do their best and learn from it. As I'm looking at the standings, we have Fryeburg, Spruce Mountain, Oak Hill, and Booth Bay, who we're playing next Saturday. They're all 1-0, with pretty decisive wins. Spruce Mountain over Maranacook, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and then Oak Hill 48-6, then Oak Hill over Berlin 40-8. And then on the Booth Bay game, I'm not sure if they updated it or not, but they're 1-0 with a 1-0 win over Telstar. I put a couple of question marks there. Not really sure what happened, but according to the standings, we have Fryeburg, Spruce Mountain, Oak Hill, Booth Bay, Telstar, Berlin, Tri-Town, and Maranacook. Telstar, Berlin, Tri-Town, and Maranacook are all 0-1. So those are your standings. Again, Fryeburg's in town today, 1-0 Fryeburg, and next week we're going to Booth Bay with the hopes of having an updated standings for you then. But I did want to go over the roster really quick for the Gladiators, coached by Gary Richard, head coach, Gary Lamontagne, and Austin Heath, our newcomer. And here is the roster. Cole Buto, number 77. You'll see all of them on the video. Damian Hayes Brown, number 16. I apologize for any mispronunciations. Daniel Brown, 34. Bradley Dickinson, 99. Connor Doobie, 61. Hayden Frost, 5. Abel Henry, 15. Troy Lamontagne, 18. Presley LaPointe with a broken arm, number 85. William Richard, 55. Caliber Selye, again I apologize if I mispronounced, is number 14. Kean Shannon, number 44. Carter Shannon from the Groveton area, number 41. Ian Smith, number 20. Cameron Stiasny, number 1. And Grayson Young, another kid from Groveton. The Groveton area, Stark area, number 13. So there you have it. That's the roster for the Berlin Gladiators. A good-sized roster, but as I'm looking over the roster, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 or 12 of about 20, maybe a little less, are all first-year football players. Some of those first-year football players, it's the first time they're ever playing football, so it's certainly going to be a learning experience, as it should be. I've had some conversations with Coach Richard over the past few weeks. He's been very good about getting back to me. I was with him last night. He was working on the field, getting the field ready for the season, and I think feeling a little bit under the weather as well. So it's amazing how much time these volunteers put into these sports. If you're a coach, head coach, I know there's parents. I was at the field and parents were coming in with tables and everything you could possibly imagine to make this day work, which I think is huge. So we got to the field around 7 o'clock in the morning. I got there and Gary was there. Gary Richard was there. Coach Richard, I should say, was there. Gig McDonough was there. I was there. Some of the students were showing up and getting things ready. And the field looks pretty good. Looks very good. And they should be happy with what they have in place. So this is mid-game, so I was going to say go down to the field if you can. Hopefully you're there as I'm talking right now. I think the Gladiators have a home game, not next Saturday, but the Saturday after, I believe. It's a really fun environment. Go down, you get some food. I had cider donut, which was outstanding. Coffee, I believe, hot chocolate. All of that money goes back to the Gladiators football. Um, and parents are donating water, Gatorade. So thank you to everybody for doing all of those things, making this happen. Take a look at the sponsors. I was there quickly. An amazing amount of sponsors. If I started rattling them off, I'd probably forget somebody. But I think I counted 10 banners, maybe 12 of community sponsors. Can't do this without sponsors and volunteers, and clearly the city's invested in what's happening with Gladiator football. Well, I'm here. Just as a reminder, if you could go over to North Country Game Day YouTube and give me a subscribe, or go to the Facebook page and give me a like. I'm hoping to provide more coverage, continuing coverage for North Country sports, mostly Berlin Gorham, anything ranging from golf and cross country to soccer, field hockey, girls, boys, everything in between, and especially Gladiators football, which is probably one of my favorite parts. So continue to watch. There is no audio to this, which is probably a good thing, maybe. You won't have to hear my annoying voice. But North Country Game Day, Matt Buto, Gladiators football, Fryeburg's in town. Sure, it's going to be a difficult game, but I'm also even more sure that it's going to be a learning experience for this team as they continue to grow. Remember, I think 11 or 12 first-year players on this team, and possibly 11 or 12 first time ever playing football. So proud of those guys, thankful for the coaches, thankful for the volunteers. Continue to listen in, and don't forget North Country Game Day. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's on mute. Well, I don't know if it's on mute right now. But yeah, it's not on mute right now. Jen and Steph are right over there.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't really want to say no.
Did Connor come up?
I don't know. I texted him. I tried calling him. What number is it?
77. Trying to learn how to play football.
Are you looking for the girl still?
She put him down. Out of baseball game.
No, I gave him to Dad.
Well, that was
Evil.
Listen, even Sam knows better than to do that.
Yeah, we were over there, and then we kind of snuck. Yeah, you can. You were moving. Yeah, I saw it. You can ask.
Grayson Young's my hero.
Let's go Gladiators! Come on. We gotta get a sign that says Grayson's special support ball.
We're just gonna write his number on your phone. You gotta write his number on your phone.
Have you seen Harry First?
I know. I thought about it. That poster board.
Yeah, did you see it?
What's the matter?
Me. That's
All
what my shirt
children
says.
married.
No.
Good job, Carter. No, it says you're mad.
Yeah, but it's
You're all not at it. You're all mad at it. Oh, I like your voice.
put it on the chair. I don't know.
Here
Okay,
you go.
you have the most mismatched outfit fight going on right now.
Yeah. Here, you need this.
I like how they are.
both are. Yeah. My mama's footsteps. You're gonna end up coordinating somehow.
Watch this, ready? Look at the the matching outfit.
Our time and our clothes have to coordinate.
No, literally. Look at if it was you, really that is pretty good.
Yeah, it would.
Mom, this is perfect. Mama, this is it.
Pull tonight. Would you like to please put my phone up? I don't want to
No,
video.
Justin!
Completely.
Okay,
Pulte, if you get cold, Sam said they have an extra blanket. Okay, buddy?
Soccer one right over there. You can grab that one.
You can use this.
My bottom one. Sports blanket because it's like easy to wash. So I take the
It's all gonna do it. If I can't break it. Oh, that was easy. Now you made her mad.
They'll have a couple of good plays.
They work.
drinks like I forgot that.
Just look for the Easter eggs. Yeah, for sure. And nice pastels. Once again, I stuck my son in something he'll blend in. I'm a villager. Oh, not my chills.
Oh, that was great.
Various too, apparently.
You stunned the villager. Out comes the iron golem.
At all?
No, you guys are all doing it wrong.
You gotta refresh with the new dog. Yeah. Hey, Sean, racing away from Distracted, Tom. All these are gonna land right
What you looking for, Mary?
I'm stealing a lollipop.
Well, you don't just take one, you offer it to everybody, and then you can't run. Okay? Take the bag out and offer. They won't.
You want a lollipop. I know one thing I know one thing I can have in there. Those are basically the only, yeah, those are the only thing I can have. Cans could have like anything in there. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. I'm favorite thing. Tootsie Pop. Tootsie Pop. I'm getting a mini swirl pop.
Pretty cheap too.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
That's good. People are having a hard time.
They really should win the time in the second half.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a 75-0 game. Seriously.
That's a big ego decreaser right there.
It's a high school team.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. It's Fryeburg Academy.
That kid's lit for high school.
What's that?
Number 2 is tiny.
Yeah.
Block it, block it, block it. Good job. Way to stop him there.
Good job, Will.
Way to be supportive. Don't forget, boys always have to nope, they just start cool when they're right? And or he just didn't know what to say.
I need to wash my phone.
Yeah, I know.